heavy phrase that the moment you read or hear it, you visualize a monk or a grown-up giving you the do's and don'ts. It undoubtedly appears to be a boring blah 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 topic. Now, how about if I tell you? I, Amaya Sahni, 11 years old, is going to give you life lessons from my sometimes interesting, sometimes not so interesting 11 years of life. You can't deny you are intrigued to hear, aren't you? This COVID has taught us one thing, loud and clear. Anything is possible. Sometimes things you can't even imagine in your wildest dreams can come true. Like, what if someone told us a year ago that soon the world would be shut down? We would be sitting in our homes, sanitizing every possible thing and holding masks and sanitizers in our defense. We will literally just laugh at them. So, you never know. After hearing me today, you will be like, 11 years old is the perfect age to give life lessons. Now, without wasting any time, let me take you on this ride that you'll never forget. We all love movies, don't we? They are an integral part of our lives. Aristotle was so right when he said that art is the imitation of life and life is the imitation of art. Let me tell you a brief story about this animated movie Kung Fu Panda I watched last week. The whole of China is looking for the legendary dragon warrior who is supposed to save them. A big fat panda is predicted to be the one. As the story unfolds, he does become the chosen one. He is given the magic scroll, which when he reads will give him super magical powers. To everyone's surprise, it turns out to be just a reflective paper, which when opened shows the picture of the person holding it. Everyone is puzzled and perplexed. Bottom line, the mystical scroll tells that Almighty has already made you special. You need nothing superficial to make you one. Each one is significant, even if you are one in a million. The number that matters is one, and that one is you. Your specialty is inside you. You just need to recognize it and channel it well. Bingo! That's the very first life lesson. Now, let's move to the second one. 6 years back, I was diagnosed as gluten intolerant. Yes, it did come as a shock to my family. And it was indeed a shock to me too when I realized I wouldn't be able to eat some of my favorite things. I did see a drop of tear in my strong mommy's eyes for the very first time. To be honest, I didn't understand much about it at first. But yes, it did bother me when I saw my friends and siblings eating delicious treats which were now a forbidden fruit for me. But with the passage of time, I got to see the silver lining. This temporary shortcoming made me resilient in a way I couldn't imagine. I love what Maya Angelou once said. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. So, my dear friends, that's your second lesson. Don't let any obstacle stop your smile. Now, time for the third Gyan Mantra. And yet again, it's inspired by a movie named Wonder. Yes, I agree. I'm a movie buff. But see, I learn and now teach good things through movies too. When given the choice of being right and being kind, choose being kind. This morning, my little irritating brother broke another glass in his energetic frenzy. And believe it or not, it was the third one in 1 week. I just knew my mom would get mad at him. So I said it slipped from my hand and saved him. See, I do practice what I preach. I was only being kind to him, hoping he would trouble me less. But trust me, it made no difference. But mind you, don't get me as a goody-goody sibling. I do enjoy troubling and teasing my siblings most of the time. Now, time for the fourth lesson, which no one can disagree with, is as you sow, so shall you reap theory. My mom always used to say, for as long as I can remember, that Amaya, we are all standing in a circle. Whatever you give will eventually come back to you. Initially, even I thought of this as my mom's yet another dialogue, but a lot of incidents happened that proved her right. Let me share one with you. One day, my friend wanted to borrow a notebook from me as her work was incomplete. Being in a bad mood, which I don't remember right now, I bluntly refused. She went away and borrowed it from someone else. But then, a few weeks later, I needed to borrow a maths notebook as my maths work was always incomplete. But as Karma would play, she couldn't lend me. Now, that's just a coincidence or the so-called menu at the Karma Cafe. I'm sure you all are wise enough to decipher. It's like a peach seed would grow peach and a cactus seed would grow cactus. Simple and clear. Friends, we all know what is right and what is wrong. Our subconscious voice always guides us. But many a times we fail to listen. Hearing someone else speak the same thing reinforces those thoughts in us. And that is the whole reason of me picking up this topic to speak today. I would like to end my talk with the most inspiring words of a father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior become your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. If any one of you, literally anyone, even once applies to my life lessons in their real life, then the purpose of my talk is fulfilled. Thank you. Be positive, be happy.